Turkey's Mediterranean shore is nearly 1,600 kilometers, 994 miles long, map, scattered with fine sand beaches and sprinkled abundantly with classical cities and picturesque ruins. The Turquoise Coast is the first place to think of when you're considering a seaside vacation in Turkey. It has more and better beaches and resorts than the Aegean coast and warmer, saltier water than the Black Sea coast. The Toros mountains form a dramatic backdrop along much of the coast, often dropping steeply right into the sea, but in some places, rivers have washed down enough sediment over the ages to form beaches backed by fertile alluvial plains good for growing cotton, vegetables, and even tropical fruits like bananas. The Mediterranean has something for everyone: parasailing, boat tours, lively resorts, quiet seaside villages, and ancient historical cities. In many cases, you may want to consider getting a rental car or using a travel agency to assist with transportation between some of the major cities and smaller villages. Antalya. Antalya is a Turkish resort city with a yacht-filled old harbor and beaches flanked by large hotels. It's a gateway to Turkey's southern Mediterranean region, known as the Turquoise Coast for its blue waters. Remnants remain from Antalya's time as a major Roman port. These include Hadrian's Gate, built to honor the Roman emperor's visit in 130 AD, and 2nd century Heidelberg Tower, with harbor views. The capital of the Turquoise Coast, Antalya has a charming old quarters surrounding its Roman harbor, though most of the sprawling city is modern. Most importantly, it's the coast's transportation hub, with a huge, busy bus terminal and a large, modern international airport. In Olympos and Sarali, Roman ruins are scattered in a pine forest next to a secluded beach, fertile fields, and the Chimera, the world's oldest and best-known natural eternal flame. Dramatic cliff tombs loom above a huge Roman theater, and vegetables grow everywhere in the rich alluvial soil of Dimmer/Myra. Once a thriving port for shipping timber and rose oil, Fethiye is now a beautiful park backing its 3 perfect little bays good for a swim. Built as a modern Mediterranean-style resort in the 1980s, Kemer is filled with group tours. It boasts all sorts of hotels and restaurants, a beach, yacht marina, and a park. Fethiye. West of Antalya, stretching to the border between the Aegean and the Mediterranean, you'll find a number of charming towns. Built on the ruins of an ancient city, Fethiye has age-old stone sarcophagi in its streets and gardens, rock-hewn tombs in a cliff above the town, an active yacht harbor, a vast bay dotted with islands, and all tourist services. Thrill seekers enjoy parasailing and full-day boat tours in Oludeniz. Quiet villages such as Kas and Kalkan have grown in popularity in recent years, but still maintain their appeal. Close to Kas, Yukagis is a tiny village on a cove with a sunken Roman city and an island, Kakova, with a Byzantine one. For those interested in yachts and an upscale town, Gaziantep is the place to see. Patara is the birthplace of St. Nicholas aka Santa Claus, but visitors now come for the spacious, very long, very uncrowded beach as well as the sand-covered ruins of St. Nick's Roman town. Further west, Dalyan is a river town in the shadow of dramatic rock tombs cut into a sheer cliff. It is near the ruins of ancient Konos and wide as Tuzu Beach, both reached by a riverboat. Koysages is a peaceful, traditional town that sits on the shore of large, placid Koysages Lake connected to the Mediterranean by the reedy Dalyan River. Hot springs are nearby. Sarıcım is a little known but fine beach resort. For those coming from the west, Dalaman is the nearest airport, whereas if you begin your journey from the east, Antalya's international airport could be the closest. Kemer. Kemer is a seaside resort on Turkey's southern Mediterranean coast. Part of the Turkish Riviera, it's known for its pebble beaches and large marina. The town is backed by the pine forests of Olympos Beylikleri National Park, where cable cars run to the top of Tatali Mountain. Nearby lie the extensive Greco-Roman ruins of Fethiye and the perpetual gas fires emitted by the mythical Yanardağ rock formation. Kalkan. Kalkan is a neighborhood of the municipality and district of Kas, Antalya Province, Turkey. Its population is 3,926. Before the 2013 reorganization, it was a town. It is an important tourist destination on the Mediterranean coast. The area includes historical sites and fine beaches. Alanya. Alanya is a resort town on Turkey's central Mediterranean coast, also known as the Turkish Riviera. Its wide beaches lined with hotels include Cleopatra Beach, where the Egyptian queen reputedly swam. Alanya Castle, a giant Seljuk-era fort turned open-air museum, stands on a rocky bluff above the beachfront, alongside red tile, roofed Ottoman villas and the octagonal red tower, a symbol of the city dating to 1226. Mersin. Mersin is a port city in southern Turkey on the Mediterranean coast. It's a gateway to Tarsus, a nearby Christian pilgrimage destination where St. Paul's Well commemorates the saint's birthplace. Nearby is Cleopatra's Gate, one of the remaining ruins of the old Roman defensive walls. In the city, the Mersin Museum exhibits archaeological artifacts and sculptures from nearby burial mounds and excavations. Kos. Kos is a seaside town on the Mediterranean coast in southwestern Turkey. The modern town occupies the site of ancient Antiphalos, with still visible ruins including a theater. The 4th century B.C. lion tomb, with 2 carved lion heads, is one of many Lycian rock tombs in the area. The town center has whitewashed houses and buildings covered in bougainvillea. The Lycian Way, a marked trail, passes by the town. Marmaris. Marmaris is a Mediterranean resort town along the Turkish Riviera, also known as the Turquoise Coast, with a busy, pebbly beach and long seafront promenade. It's known for its lively nightlife on Bar Street, which is home to open-air clubs and music venues. Marmaris sits in a valley between pine-forested mountains and clear waters, which are popular sailing and diving destinations. Adana. Adana is a large city in southern Turkey. It is situated on the Seyhan River, 35 kilometers inland from the Mediterranean Sea. Adana is Turkey's 4th largest city. It's fast-growing because of the local agriculture, think cotton, and light industry, but not all that interesting for tourists, though it does have a few museums and a large mosque. It's also known for its spicy Adana kebab. It also has an international airport. The modern commercial port city of Mersin has ferries to Turkish Cyprus. Tarsus, the birthplace of St. Paul, is mostly modern, but you can visit the ancient well said to be St. Paul's and a Roman gate named for Cleopatra. Belek. Belek is a town on Turkey's southern Mediterranean coast, known for its beaches, thermal spas, and golf courses. Nearby archaeological sites include the Roman amphitheater at Aspendos and the ancient Greek city of Perge's colonnaded streets. The town's Troy Aqua Water Park features a dolphinarium. East, the Greek Temple of Apollo sits on a peninsula inside. Inland is Kursunlu Waterfall amid bird-rich pine forests. Side is a resort town on Turkey's southern Mediterranean coast. An ancient port city, it's known for long beaches and Greco-Roman ruins. In the center are the remains of the 2nd century antique theater, which seated up to 15,000. The white marble columns of the Hellenistic Temple of Athena stand near the harbor. Other sites are sprinkled throughout, with finds housed at the Side Museum, a restored Roman bath complex. Gaziantep. Gaziantep, historically Aintab and still informally called Antep, is a major city in south-central Turkey. It is the capital of the Gaziantep province, in the westernmost part of Turkey's southeastern Anatolia region and partially in the Mediterranean region. What is the largest Turkish city on the Mediterranean coast? Antalya is the 8th most populous city in Turkey and the capital of its eponymous province. Located on Anatolia's flourishing southwest coast bordered by the Taurus Mountains, Antalya is the largest Turkish city on the Mediterranean coast with over 1 million people in its metropolitan area.